electric air shirt. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing a new factory walkthrough today. It's pretty loud, so I'm going to speak up. But basically, we're going to walk you through our new production space. A lot of people online have been asking us to walk through, basically give people a little bit of an insight as to what we're doing here. Where are we? We're in Seattle, Washington, in the South Industrial District, like just a mile or two from the downtown buildings. There's this great industrial area. There's awesome workspaces, and today we're going to walk you through one of those workspaces, which is our new Electric Air HQ. Predominantly what you're going to see today is our factory, but we also have a bunch of places where people are going to sit and work right next to the factory floor. It's super key that our engineering staff is like right next to the production location, because it ultimately allows us to get smarter, faster, quicker, and make better products. This is something we learned at SpaceX, and obviously we're applying here at Electric Air. With me is our VP of Software, Sid.
Hey guys, really nice to meet y'all. I've been here for a little over 3 years, and I'm super excited about this factory.
So Sith's been a man of many talents. He has recently taken over, like broadly speaking, engineering, and he is a big owner of the supply chain and production architecture. So, okay, let's do the walkthrough. All right, so basically this is 18,000 square feet. Is that about right, Sith?
Yep, that's about right.
So 18,000 square feet. This is a new build, actually. It's pretty nice. The main reason we picked it is because there's lots of space and there's lots of power. As you can imagine, we need a ton of power from the grid because we do a bunch of testing we're gonna walk you through in a second. Just at a high level, give you like the architectural look. Correct me if I'm wrong on any of this. Basically, people sit over here. This is kind of, areas where we'll have desks and conference rooms. We have a very open layout factory concept where, tables and conference rooms don't have any walls. And then as we start heading that way, we start to move into the production space, the supply chain space, the inventory space. So Sith, why don't you walk the folks through some of the more nitty-gritty details of the supply chain and production apparatus?
Yeah, absolutely, happy to. And I think what I'll kind of show you how like the flow of production happens. And the easiest place to start is actually right over here. So through that door comes all of our inventory, and it'll flow into this building, and it'll come through here. We'll be receiving batteries. All of our equipment that we need to deploy a charging station comes in through that door, and it comes into receiving inspection here. Everything gets a barcode. We don't lose track of anything. It's like we keep a really tight ship on making sure that like inventory is flowing really, really cleanly through our facility. Once it gets like processed and received here, it actually flows through this, and there's some like tape marks that actually indicate this is a swim lane. This is where production flows, and it'll go into this area right here where assembly occurs. This is where like the battery integrated system comes together. The battery system comes together and gets like fully integrated. And then once all the builds happens here, it actually keeps moving. And we go into this. This is a testing room, and we have it set up here to test up to 4 systems at the same time, right here in this room. And then this is actually where we perform something called burn-in, where we ensure that the system works, over a dedicated series of tests, ensuring really, really high quality before it finally leaves back out that door to head out to site.
Yeah, and I think like just a couple of things to hit on is like, you should have like a digital, a virtual instance of your supply chain. Like that is kind of a key manner in which you can make sure products that are built to spec, and when the product is deployed in the field, you know exactly what it is. So if there is something that happens in the field, like a maintenance event, you know exactly what is deployed on that serial number at that location with that specific lag log. The only way you can do that is with a virtual instance of your supply chain. So basically as Sith mentioned, everything gets a barcode, it gets inspected, it gets put into our ERP system, which is the engineering resource planning tool that we upload all the manufacturing and supply chain into. And then forever from there on out, we know exactly what that thing was, all the way down to the root supplier or the root location. And then, so the other thing Sith mentioned that I just wanted to hit on again is like the test infrastructure is super key. Basically, building satellites, that's what our team used to do at SpaceX. We learned a lot, but one of the things you learn is like when you put things together, there's going to be potential issues, and you need to catch those issues before it leaves the factory. You need to suss out possible failure modes that are introduced during the manufacturing process, and the way to do that is with acceptance testing, which is what Sith referred to when he said burn-in. So we actually literally exercise the entire set of equipment before it goes out, and that ensures quality. It basically is a sieve through which bad material does not go, so that only high quality parts show up in the field, so that drivers get the best experience. And that's what all of this is about, right? The EV driver having a compelling experience when they show up. That's how we hit our 99.5% uptime. That's how we hit our super high session reliability rates. That's how we delight EV drivers, which is desperately needed. So that's the end of it. Sith, anything else to add?
We're super excited. We're gonna get kicking in here next week,
and we'll do another one of these once the place is actually hustling and bustling. We're currently moving it over from our current factory, which is much less glamorous, to this factory, and we'll do another one of these in maybe a month or two. All right, see you, everybody.